there was a situation where you, Diddy, and Daphne were getting ready to have a freak off, and Daphne was running the tub with a bunch of the baby oil, and something went wrong.
Yeah, that was that last time I was there. So they heat up, when you have like 1,000 bottles of baby oil and KY jelly, like you can't pop that thing into the microwave if you're gonna heat it up, right? So they would run a big bath and throw all that stuff in there. So like, it's trippy to see, like if you were to look inside the tub, it's like you can't see the surface of the water, you just see floating bottles, right? So I guess they turned that on, we start talking, and she over flooded the whole bathroom, so he had to get a whole team of people up there to kind of clean this stuff up, and it's kind of awkward when you know the man's reputation and workers are seeing you there as a male. You kind of have to give them this look like, nah, it's not what you think. It's, you're not even like that. Like, I don't know how to emote to you. This ain't that type, but yeah, so it was a whole thing, but the whole bathroom flooded. It was a mess.
Now, as you guys had more and more freak-offs, because you had, like, what, 20-something freak-offs with Daphne?
Yeah, probably like 20, 25 or something like that.
I mean, was it always the same, or was there other men involved, other women involved? Like, was anything ever different?
It was always the same. It was always me, him, and her. The only difference came in, there was a time that he just bought a company that sells psychedelics like mushrooms and chocolate. And he was like, we should try some of these mushrooms. He'd never done it, she'd never done it. I'd done it a couple times, so I was like, yeah, let's try it out. So we do it, and a couple minutes later, I'm on the couch, I'm chilling, there's music playing, red lights. Daphne's dancing in front of like a mirror they bought to the suite. She's dancing. When you take mushrooms, you can't lock in looking at your own reflection. You'll be there for hours. So she's dancing. And I think he was on the balcony, so I'm vibing out, and then my peripheral just face right next to me, and he looks at me with like that Diddy demeanor, like, I'll jump off this motherfucking balcony right now. You seen that movie, Get Him to the Greek? I'm just like that shit in real life. And I was just like, what's happening right now? Like, I'm too hot for this. It was weird. It was a weird scenario. Then he starts like, he's halfway crying. His ex-wife, Kim Porter, had just passed away. And that was really taking a big toll on him. So he like kind of tearing up, telling me about him taking time out with his daughter to learn surfing in Malibu and trying to get back to family and keep all that together. So, but for the most part, it was the same. Every once in a while, there'd be a deterrence like that. So that was a little...
I mean, were you ever not able to finish?
Ever not able to finish? I mean,
it's a high pressure situation.
It was a high pressure situation.
Right here, right?
But here's the thing though. So by 20, like the second, third, fourth time, it was more so of like it was a hype mode. Like, how many times you got Diddy in the back? Go ahead, King. Do it. I'm like in my head, like, yeah. That's a shiny suit, man. Like, I'm about to go
Was he
out.
Harlem shaking while you were doing
Harlem
your thing?
shake, little Diddy bop.
Was he really doing that?
He's in the kitchen. He will dance like he was in the kitchen like this.
So he's really Harlem shaking. Okay,
He was like, all right,
it.
King. I'm like, all right. I don't think he remembered my name at that point. All right, King. And it's just, I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go. But there was times it's like, it's hard because, again, I'm not really used to that scenario. So there was a lot of like, it took a minute, but, you did what you did.
Well, was he actually like masturbating while you were having sex with Daphne or Cassie?
That's one thing too. So like, I make it a point to not look at things that aren't gonna benefit me. That was not gonna benefit me to see that at all. I don't wanna remember you that way. I don't wanna remember you that way. I wanna remember you dancing in the back of the videos like Should say, right? But so I never, and the thing is, there was always a lot of distance. Like he'd be in the kitchen and we'd be in the living room. And there's no lights on in the kitchen. And he's a darker brother. So like what he was doing in there, like I'm focused on what's in front of me, So it was easy to not really tune into that, but you do know something's, he's benefiting somehow over there, so.